Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to a brand new video here today and some more F1 2020 My Team content. Today we are here for the Austrian Grand Prix and this is now round 11 of the season, I believe, so the halfway point, round 11 out of 22. And at the end of this episode, guys, we will be negotiating our contract with Mick Schumacher. So stay tuned to the end, guys, whether we renew with Mick or whether we get a new driver. Who knows? Stay tuned and you'll see what happens, I can say that. So yeah guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you missed the last episode of France, then I will also leave a link up in the top right hand corner of your screen to go see what happened around there. And yeah guys, if you're new to the channel, drop me a like on the video, it's greatly appreciated, and subscribe if you are new for more daily F1 content. And let's get this one straight underway. So jumping into the laptop, first and foremost, as you can see, the confirmation this weekend, we are going to Spielberg. $2.8 million now to our name, pretty damn decent as we look at the weather forecast. We've got a little bit of rain expected for qualifying. And in terms of the R&D graph, we have no upgrades this weekend. And actually, it's unfortunate because Haas have actually brought a big upgrade package and they've really pulled away here. And they've overtaken AlphaTauri in the process. So we've now got a bit of a gap, really, to the midfield. Also, the good news is though, we've got two major upgrades on the way and the aerodynamic one is scheduled to arrive just after this race. So hopefully, fingers crossed, if nothing goes wrong and nothing fails, we should have that upgrade on the car for the next race. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that all goes well. We then jump into practice though, and as always, we try to get used to the car, you know, get a setup made and just kind of get into the groove around here. And to be fair, I was really happy with the car. The last couple of races, since Monaco, really, to be fair, the car has been a different level. It feels like it's leveled up. We've hit the sweet spot with it, and we're just starting to find that groove a little bit now, and I'm really liking it. And the car felt good after practice. We had really good pace, and you know, I'm not saying pace for like Q3 or anything like that, but I'm saying, you know, good pace, like we was quicker than Mick, and you know, generally speaking, we was challenging the Haas cars a little bit as well. So it was looking pretty positive as we now move into qualifying and different conditions for this one, as it's really overcast and really dark compared to practice, which was nice and sunny. But that shouldn't be too much of an issue. We then move into Q1 then for our first time lap, and to be fair, it was a pretty decent bank lap. Again, just like Paul Ricard in the last race, we actually did a really solid first lap, and you know, it was looking pretty damn good. We go with a 1 minute 3.8 as we go P9 at the time, you know, last. But I want to mention real quick, you know, some of the cinematics in the game. Like I really like how, you know, I think it was on last year's game as well, but just being able to like look across the garage and see how things happen, it's just so cool, really immersive. Wasn't ideal because I was ready to leave onto the track, but unfortunately this took so damn long. It cost me 30 seconds to a minute in terms of getting out on track, but eventually they pushed Mick Schumacher back to the garage, and eventually we was able to get out there. So yeah, that cost me all in all about a minute because we was meant to go out, and Mick happened to enter the pit lane, and since then we had to wait for the entire thing to be over. But we then move on to our second run. We get very loose on the curb there, losing the back end and having a big moment through turn 9. We was on for a personal best, you know, it was about 10th and a half up, but we threw it away. But we're now going to run on board for a full lap, guys, of the Red Bull Ring, and this was my best lap of the Q1 session. So let's have a little watch and let's see how the lap was. Here we go out the final corner, picking up the traction, opening up the DRS as we run up to the line, and we improve by nearly 0.4 of a second, and we go P15 at the time. Unfortunately, after that, we got pushed down to 17th place and we got knocked out in Q1, but briefly we was into Q2, and again, showing off the pace of the car, half a second quicker than our teammate, who, to be fair, Mick only got P20. We outqualified both of the Haas cars as well, so a really strong session, really encouraging, and lots of positives to take. We just got narrowly knocked out by Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi there. So it's looking pretty damn good. I can't complain. The car felt good, and like I said, in practice we kind of carried that over into qualifying and it really worked well. But in terms of the rivalry breakdown, you can see we are 3 points ahead of Pierre Gasly after qualifying. Obviously he out-qualified us, fair enough. Team McLaren though, we are now level 7, Mick is level 6 of course, we're pretty much a full level ahead of him now, and team wise we are midway through level 9, so we are getting closer and closer now to that level 10, which will give us an extra sponsor, which is going to help us out in terms of bringing in more cash. So yeah guys, that's it for qualifying. We're now going to move into the race for round 11 of the Austrian Grand Prix.
Welcome to the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of the Austrian Grand Prix. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 meters above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. Alongside me to discuss all the action today is Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us, Ant, and tell me, you were down in the pit lane earlier. How do you think the track conditions are today?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there if I'm honest. These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Max Verstappen and Albon, Ricciardo, Perez, Stroll and Esteban Ocon, Raikkonen, Norris, Antonio Giovinazzi and Kvyat, Gasly, Martinez, Kevin Magnussen and Roman Grosjean, Sainz, Schumacher, Russell and Nicholas Latifi. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Yes guys, it's time for the Austrian Grand Prix here today. P16 on the grid, pretty decent qualifying yesterday, and strategy wise we're going to be starting on the hard compound tyres and then going on to the mediums. I feel like it's going to be the safer strategy. Tyre wear seems pretty marginal around here actually, and last year you could do a medium soft. I'm not quite sure you can do that this year. I'm really torn, I really am. Between what strategy to go for. It's both of these two. Do I start in the medium though and risk it? If I can get the mediums to like lap 26, I could go softs to the end. It's tricky. Tyre wear seems pretty high, you know, so I'm going to probably stick with the hard medium, to be honest with you. Hopefully it doesn't backfire on us. If I feel like I can stretch the hards long enough, I might just strap on a set of soft tyres in the final stint at least, to trying to compensate and make up for lost time. Fuel-wise, we're running 1.2 laps extra because around here, you know, fuel consumption is pretty high. So, yeah, let's jump into it. Let's see what we can do. If we can score points for the 3rd race in succession, that would be absolutely insane. So let's see if we can pull that off here today. It's time for the Austrian Grand Prix. Right, here we go then, boys. Let's try and get a good start. Revs in the optimal range. The lights are on. Lights are on, away we go. Not a terrible start, to be fair, on the hard tyres. Into turn 1 we go, taking it very cautiously here. Down the inside of Kvyat, trying to look for a move on the Alfa Tauri driver. We've got Grosjean here alongside us, trying to make a position up. Of course, we know about the Ferrari straight line speed. Up towards turn 3 for the first time. Kvyat tries to move across. It backfires. We go down the inside of Giovinazzi as well. Easy does it out there. Power down. Let's use the overtake. It's a drag race between myself and the Alfa Romeo driver as we go down towards turn 3. Trying to go late on the brakes. Struggling on these hard tyres though to find the grip. But we do make a move up to P15. So a good start from us. Looks like absolutely everyone is running the soft tyres here today, so we might be on the back foot here for the start of the race quite badly. We'll probably drop off as well, so I'm expecting cars to get by us quite easily, to be honest. We'll see how we fare, but I'm not feeling too confident. We're off the pace at the moment, as you'd expect. Gap to Magnussen 1.5, I'm trying to hang on, but we just don't have the rhythm on these tyres. Obviously, the longer we survive in P15, the better. We'll have a stronger chance of having a better result later on. Whoa, big moment there. Getting sideways, here comes Kvyat. Nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. We're going to have to let him go. We'll get DRS on the next straight, though, so we might be able to get him back straight away. Here we go. Try not to use the overtake mode if I can avoid it. I'll use it out of turn 3 if I need to. Easy does it. We'll struggle to traction up like Kvyat on those soft tyres, but we'll give it a go. Let's see if we can get him back into turn 4. Here we go, we're gaining. Look at the speed difference. A bit of contact there. And inside we go though, we pick up the position. And we are through once again. Right, here comes Sainz, he's very close. We'll let him go by, we won't fight this one. We'll just use the DRS on the next straight to kind of stay on pace. Reality is I don't want to lose time battling if I can avoid it, so I'm quite happy to follow, to be honest. I reckon I've got pace to hang on maybe and stay within Sainz's DRS possibly.
The engine is going to be down slightly and showing some minor wear.
Yeah, we've got a bit of engine wear going on. We're only 11 rounds in, so you know that's the reality. We need to work on durability as well. Engine isn't quite there at the moment. Okay, there we go. We're out of DRS range now of Carlos Sainz. Personal best though. Here comes Giovinazzi down the inside of turn 1. Late minute dive from him, and he's going to get DRS as well for good measure. Here comes Kvyat as well. Everyone wants a piece now and wants to get by. Let's let these two get on with it. We might be able to pick something up. I found a good rhythm behind these guys, and I'm sticking behind them. This is good. Giovinazzi's dragging Kvyat, and I'm following Kvyat. So this is really, really good for us. Helping out the pace massively. Just got to stick with it. Mick in the pit lane. We've got a Ferrari actually. Leclerc leaving the pits at the same time as well. One of the leaders. Let's see if any more cars in the pit lane. Yeah, we've got Vettel in there as well, along with Ricciardo. Interestingly, Ricciardo going for the hard tyre, so he's going to the end, whereas
We expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
looks like Sebastian Vettel could be on soft tyres. I'm happy here though, we're hanging on quite well to these guys, and it's giving me a good pace, and I'm able to save fuel as well, which is really, really good, and also keep my ERS topped up. So we're in a good spot. Obviously, I'm not fast enough to pass these guys just yet. I don't have enough in the tank, but I'm pretty comfortable here. Oh, okay, Kvyat pits. Just gonna have to be careful. A little bit wide there, but had to avoid having contact with him. We've now dropped out of DRS range. Giovinazzi, we need to try and close him up if we can. Loads of cars in the pit lane this lap. There we go, we've managed to get DRS on Gio as well, so we'll stay in this kind of little train. We'll keep the rhythm going. I'm expecting Giovinazzi to pit this lap, so we'll try and save up the rest of our ERS if we can to save a little bit of fuel. We've got Mr. Charles Leclerc behind us. Giovinazzi though stays out for a little bit longer, which is good news for us. I am tempted to let Leclerc go though, he's so quick. It's a pointless fight, so we'll let him go by. More cars in the pit lane. And we'll just sit in this DRS and just keep it going. You know, we're having a good race so far. It's going nice and smooth for us. We'll just let Leclerc attack Giovinazzi. We'll just sit back and watch it. Here we go, Giovinazzi pits. Leclerc gets held. Gio getting loose there on the pit entry. You can see the rear end kicking out. We've now got Verstappen behind us. Can I stay within DRS range of Leclerc? That'd be nice if we could. Don't think we have though. I think we're a bit too far back, unfortunately. There's Bottas in the Mercedes. So, you know, we're up there with the big boys at the minute on this strategy. And of course, we are one stopping. So, we will benefit from that. Here comes Bottas though. I'm not going to fight this one. If he gets us out of here, we won't put up much of a defense. We'll just run rich mix, but that should be not an issue for Bottas. He should still be able to walk past. There we go. On fresh medium tyres, he's going for the one stop, it looks like, which goes to prove maybe the soft medium was possible. So what we'll do is we'll try and stretch this stint out now. And that tells me you can do 16 laps on softs. So we'll box around lap 20, 21 for the soft compound tyres and go to the end. Here comes Max. Leclerc new fastest lap. We'll hold off on Verstappen. We'll try and keep him back until the next straight. See if we can not lose any time. That'd be pretty nice. Let's see if Max goes for it this time. Come on, Max, let's go. Just take the outside line, mate. There we go. And no time lost for us. We'll keep going. We'll get DRS as well now for good measure. Looking at my tyre wear, maybe I can't quite go softs just yet. We are in a bit of a sticky one. Looks like our tyre wear is pretty bad actually, so we'll see. We might have to go for mediums and stick to the original strategy. Ooh, that was close. Albon then with the move on Ricciardo. They've cost themselves a little bit of time, which is good. We're scheduled to pit next lap, and I think I'm just going to take the mediums, to be honest, and play it safe. Just looks like my tyre was a bit too high to run the soft tyre. I mean, even on the hard compound tyres, we're 53 on the left rear, which is quite scary. So, yeah, we're going to play it safe, I think. Right, pace has been pretty decent. But we're now going to pit for the medium tyres and get off these. I feel like the pace has been pretty good. Ricciardo struggled to close up on me, so it's pretty encouraging knowing that we're similar pace to a Renault on hard tyres, considering Ricciardo's tyres are fresh. And we're going to hold him up here for good measure as well. But yeah, we're going to pit for the mediums, go for a faster compound, be more aggressive, and see what happens in terms of the 1 and 2 stoppers in this race. But that was a very good pit entry. We're now going to get the medium tyres in the car. Hopefully they work well, I really do. We should be okay in terms of tyre wear. The car's a bit lighter now as well. We're not going to get held up in the pit box either.
Go, go, go.
3.0.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Pit stops need to be more consistent. We need to improve. Like, we've had 1.9 and 2-second stops in this career mode, but at the same time, we've also had those, which are really, really bad. Sebastian Vettel behind us on soft tyres. P18, he's having a pretty poor race so far. Fiat is the next car up the road as I've run that in a little bit hot. We'll just about get that slowed down, but not ideal. I wonder if Seb's had a bit of damage, or maybe he might even be 3-stopping if he's so far down. Either way, let's see if we can catch Fiat up. Okay, good timing. We've got DRS on the cars ahead, just as Sebastian Vettel was arriving. So hopefully, if I can stay ahead of Seb, that would be great. Personal best from us there, which is really, really good. Let's see if we can get past Fiat before, you know, Vettel passes us. I am using quite a bit of fuel on the DRS to do this, but 3 cars ahead, we can pass all of these. We'll have some nice clean air to use as we run that in a bit hot on the brakes, but we will get a good exit as a direct consequence of that. Here we go. Let's get past Fiat. We know we've got a relatively decent straight line speed compared to the Alfa Tauri. Down the inside, getting squeezed onto the curb. Had nowhere to go there. Had to just back off. Let's see if we can get past it.
Expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
Interesting. That wasn't forecast. Bit of a messy exit there. Here comes Seb. We know how fast the Ferrari is. I'm going to convert that into a move on Fiat though. Big send on the brakes. AI are looking pretty slow actually on those hard compound tyres. Here's Magnussen. He's got no DRS. We're gaining on him like an absolute bullet. We're going to go for the L1 move. Around the outside. Not much room onto the curbing, so I didn't get great traction. Inside though for the next one, bit of contact actually as Magnussen tried to turn in, but I was on the inside. Giovinazzi now the next car. He's on medium, so he's 2-stopping. Let's try and close him down if we can. I've got no ERS left, man. I've used it all. Ooh, okay, Vettel pits. That's good news. That will take some pressure off. So there's not as much rush now to get past Giovinazzi. We can take our time a little bit. We don't have to get past straight away. I can charge ERS for another lap if I need to. There's a massive train of cars up ahead though, leaving turn 3. Suddenly, I think points could happen here today. If there's a few more cars on the hard compound tyre, we may have a chance. You know what? I'm going to get past Giovinazzi here. I'm going to try and make the move now. Get into that clean air and try and race away if we can. Maybe not. I'll try to brake late, but Giovinazzi in mediums hangs on. Ooh, Alex Albon's out of the race. That's in front of us.
Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
He's pulled over there on the exit of turn 1, just like Fiat in the the Austrian Grand Prix. There we go. Right. Let's see if we can get past this time. On Giovinazzi, we've got enough ERS to charge. There we go. Good traction, good exit, nice and early. Getting the run on him. We'll get on the inside. He's left it wide open for us to attack. Nice and easy. Down the inside. A little bit of a lock-up, but that's okay. A little bit of wide there by accident. Just picking up a little bit of understeer, but we're now P13 in this race. Cars ahead also on mediums. Are they running to the end? Not quite sure. We'll find out very shortly. It's so hard to catch the cars ahead. There's literally about 8 to 9, 10 cars in a train. But because they've all got DRS on each other and there's no overtakes happening, they're just following one another. It's so hard to close the gap. The gap now to the Giovinazzi, meanwhile, is 1.7. We are edging away. as we enter the final 6 laps. But look how many cars there is on the exit of turn 3. So frustrating. We might just catch these guys. At this rate, I'm gaining so much into turn 3, which is this corner right here, and then on the exit as well. We literally gain about a second just through that corner alone. The rest of the lap we lose a little bit.
Okay, some information on Raikkonen. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
That is perfect. Raikkonen is the car that's leading this train. That is absolutely perfect. This is what we need. I'll tell you what, boys, we can still get something out of this. Oh, here we go. It's the yellow flag.
Caution, caution, yellow flags ahead. No overtaking through the caution zone. Be careful until you see the greens.
Oh, that's Gasly. Yes, that's our rival, Pierre Gasly.
Flag. Okay, the safety car is out. The safety car is out. We need to form up at a reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
Damn, safety car with 4 laps to go. We will get probably 2 racing laps. Raikkonen is in this train of cars in front, so we could get P11. If we can just get 1 more car, we'll finish in the points. I think we can achieve that. We'll save fuel so that we have a decent amount for the restart. I don't want to be too heavy though. And we'll also charge up the ERS so we have full deployment for 2 laps. This is going to get really tasty, guys. Just stay tuned, hold onto your seatbelts, and this is going to get very, very tasty in the restart. Drop a like on the video if you're enjoying it so far. Damn, that is early. And that's not ideal for us because it means the leaders are at the final corner, so we're going to be going green any second here. So this restart is going to be key. We could be going green any second. So I've got to be close to Stroll. Oh no, the game's slowing me down. No, 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 don't restart now. That's going to screw me over. This is really weird.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
There we go, that's it, we're going now. The leaders have gone already. That was a very quick safety car. Away we go then for the final 2 laps of the race. Let's see if we can hang in there.
The incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
I think we're going to keep it in rich mix. Just got to be careful with the overheating, but we're going to try and go full push. The only issue is no DRS, which could make things very interesting. Here we go then. We're in the slipstream of Lance Stroll. We've had a very good hairpin. We're going to have to go around the outside. Can we do the Albon again? Around the outside. Struggling to traction up. Oh, man. That was close. That's a shame. Raikkonen's hanging in there. Whatever's happened to his car. Last lap, last chance saloon, boys. Here we go. Gonna try and get very close through here. Nice exit again. That's what I'm talking about.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Wow, look at the acceleration of Lance Stroll. Down the inside we go. It's a late one. There's contact. We tried it, but no way through. My engine's overheating. Raikkonen's issues haven't been that bad. I really thought he'd slow down and like let everyone go past, but it hasn't been the case. So yeah, in the end, I don't think we could have scored points. So it looks like the streak is going to come to an end, the 2-race streak, but still, points are points. We'll keep pushing. You never know, there could be our fastest lap, or maybe even a penalty for some drivers. Just got to keep going. Don't give up to the line, but I don't think it's going to be points for us here today, which is a shame. But you know what? Still a good race here today.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
A fantastic team effort to secure victory here in the Styrian Alps. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Well then guys, there we go. The results are in. It's a 1-2 for Mercedes once again. Verstappen gets third ahead of Charles Leclerc. Ricciardo P5 for Renault. Really good race from him ahead of Ocon. So both of the Renaults putting in a stellar performance and picking up some big points for the championship. Perez P7, Norris in 8th, Raikkonen with those issues in P9, and Sainz in 10th. We just missed out on the points along with Lance Stroll, Antonio Giovinazzi, Kvyat, Vettel P15 on a 3-stop strategy. Really strange one there for Sebastian. Magnussen and Grosjean, Schumacher, Russell, Latifi, and Gasly and Albon out of the race. So Schumacher finishing up in 18th place, not too bad to be fair. We then move into the standings after that race, and we are still P11. Lance Stroll 1 point behind us, and Kimi does score a couple of points here today, but ultimately remains in 13th place. And we're still ahead of Ocon, who got P6 today as well. So we're hanging in there, but we need a couple of points just to, create a bit of a gap as Hamilton overtakes Bottas for the lead of the championship. Constructors wise, we are P7, and Alfa Romeo are only 4 points behind, so they are still there, so we've got to be very careful as Renault overtake Racing Point. But guys, that's going to be it for me here today in Austria. We're now going to move into the laptop. We've got a lot of admin to do, so let's jump into it and let's see what we can do heading into the next race.
You were cutting your way through the field during the race.
Yeah, I can't lie, to be fair, the car was pretty strong. Not as strong as it has been, but still pretty decent. I think, to be fair, the street line speed is looking pretty good, so I can't complain about the engine, and I think, they're doing a good job.
It's safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're just focusing on ourselves, really, and, as a team, we're trying to work hard, so we're just trying to put the work in. Simple as that.
There's quite a buzz around this team at the moment. What are your thoughts on them?
I mean, I'm not surprised, all the championships they've won, that's, they are the reference point, they are the measuring stick when it comes to the hybrid era. But they deserve it, they've been on it all the time, so fair play to them.
Great, well that's everything.
Right, so as you can see, the rivalry breakdown is looking very positive. Gasly scores absolutely no points in the race here today, and now we are 16-9 in the rivalry, which is really good. Also, in terms of team acclaim, we got about 26%, and we are closing in a level 8 as a driver. Mick is closing in a level 7 as a driver, and as a team, we are now pretty much one race away from being at level 10 and being able to unlock that third sponsor. Unfortunately, we didn't hit the goal for DSB Optics to finish in the top 10, which is a shame, but there is no damage deduction. So overall, a decent weekend and some decent cash to add to the to the cash pot really moving forward. Right guys, it's time to renegotiate the contract with Mick Schumacher. I've got to be honest guys, I'm very happy with him. I've got no complaints. I think recently he's dropped off a little bit, so I want to see him improve, so hopefully we'll work on that and get him on board. But I'm happy to renegotiate with him, so let's go ahead and sign him up again. Okay, so Mick Schumacher has agreed to negotiate with your team for a seat. You only have time to negotiate with 3 different drivers in a day. So at the minute, we've got 3 different offers to make him. We've got, the lower cash one, the higher one, and you've got low, medium, and higher risk. I've got to be honest, I'm going to play it safe. I don't mind spending a little bit more, so we'll go with the low risk option and give him the contract he wants. Right, there we go then. Job done. He signed the team, and Mick is back on board for another 11 race weekend. So there we go. Job done. His contract now expires on November 30th, so pretty much just before the end of the season, I believe. So yeah, lovely stuff. Let's keep pushing. We've got a few things to do. We've got an invitational event as well, so I'll be doing that off stream, but I'll definitely be looking forward to doing that one. But let's go into the first one. So we've got a funded team event, but it's going to improve the morale of all the departments. So for me, that's a big one. So we are going to help that out a lot. And then we've got another 5-day period. We've got the Supplier HQ Tour, which would give us a few resource points and some good team acclaim. We've also got Chassis Department Focus, but that would affect everything else, so we've got to be careful with that. Durability Team Building would be pretty decent, to be fair, and Driver Promotion Filming and Reaction Training. So looking at the options, to be honest with you, I am quite feeling the Supplier HQ Tour, and then the remaining 2 days will be Durability Team Building. So focusing on the team this time, and then we'll get the bonus of the Invitational event in between. So yeah, we're now going to stroll over to the R&D tab. We've got 861 points, so can we get any more? Yes, we can. So we've now increased the department capacity, so we can do 2 upgrades at a time. So best believe we are going to throw another one on there, and we've got one for the weight redistribution and one for the tire wear. This needs to improve, so we are going to throw that one on there straight away. That's going to cost 600 points, and hopefully once the R&D event is done, we can do this one as well and really try to push forward with the chassis department. Okay guys, so I'm going to end the episode there. It's been a pretty good one. I'm now going to jump into the invitational event and get a little bit of cash boost, 150,000 plus 1,000 acclaim, which is definitely worth it. I want to mention really quickly that before we go off the air, I want to say we got an upgrade confirmed. So the major aerodynamic upgrade that we had scheduled did arrive on July 8th and it didn't fail. So that is on the car straight away, as you can see there, and that is going to reduce the drag, which is really, really good. So a massive step in the right direction for us guys, and hopefully that will improve us as a team. Our first major upgrade though is on the car, and I can't wait to see how things progress, and there's more on the way. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, drop me a like, subscribe if you are new for more daily F1 2020 My Team career mode content on the channel, along with of course regular F1 2020 hot laps, tips and tricks and all that kind of good stuff on the channel guys. So yeah, check out the 2 videos on your screen also if you have missed them, and I'll see you all next time for the next race, the British Grand Prix. But until then, it's goodbye from me.